Hey everyone, how y'all doing? So today I thought I'd do another double open tag video for you. And this is where I do two open tags together. One open tag is the 2 for Tuesday, which was started by Tom over at Nifty Lights. And the second one is Show Your Rough Rider Knives, which was started by Brian over at Brian's Knives. Two great open tags, so I'm combining the two. I'm showing two Rough Rider knives every Tuesday for 2 for Tuesday until I get through all my Rough Riders. And I believe this is the 7th video that I've done the double open tag on. But yeah, Nifty Lights and Brian's Knives, great channels, two great guys. If you're not subscribed to either one of these two, get over there, subscribe. Like I said, great guys, absolutely great content, and yeah, two of my favorites. But this week I pulled two kind of different knives out. Got the work knife, which is basically a locking sod buster, and I cannot find this by the model number anywhere. I found one very similar, the same bone, red, with the same jigging, has a different shield, different tang stamp, different part number or model number. And this one is not really mine. This belongs to my daughter. She wanted a knife that kind of looked old and Native American, or I don't know. We saw this actually, I think it was in a flash sale on Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So we got it for Christmas, and it's pretty cool. And again, I cannot find this listed anywhere, so we'll do this one first. This is one of the early ones I bought, Rough Riders, that is. It was either the second, maybe third Rough Rider that I got, and it's pretty cool. It was my first experience with the sod buster style, which I've turned out to really like the sod buster style, whether it's a large one or a junior. But this one is basically a sod buster. I got my case sod buster out. Compare the closed, the handles are the same length. A little different style. This goes from the corner, curves down. This one has a little flat spot right here, then starts curving. The end down here is sharper, more of a point in the case. This is a little more rounded. Thickness, I think the case is actually a little bit thicker. Yeah, it is. But basically the same height. And this is a slip joint. This has a liner lock, so that's cool. Check the bone out. I like the red on this, and you look at it, I don't know if it'll show, but some spots like at the edge is kind of translucent. It's pretty cool looking. The covers are nice, got nice jigging on it. Got nickel silver pins. Now depending on where they fall in the jigging, you can feel them or not. The pivot pin, I want to say it's brass, but I'm not sure. It's kind of has a patina on it, like the other brass parts. Nickel silver shield, and that is the back-to-back double R, Rough Rider, Ryder spelt with an I, and brass liners here. There's some gapping running along down through there. Not horrendous looking, but you can definitely pick that out. Nice and smooth, the bone is around the edges. Got a slight chamfer to some areas, so I like that. The back spring here is kind of wonky. I guess that ain't too bad. You can see liner sticks up a little bit higher than the cover right here on this side, but the centering is way off. It's always been off. It doesn't appear to be hitting or rubbing. There might be actually some marks on the blade. I don't know if that's from rubbing or from using it, but that's always been an issue with this. Now let's check the blade out. Sidebuster style blade. We'll compare that with the case, and there's slight differences here. The case is taller than the Rough Ryder. It's about 0.76, 0.71. The Sidebuster pretty straight all the way down through. The Rough Ryder here, right about here, it drops just a little bit. I wouldn't say it was a drop point by any means, but I don't know what you call it, Sidebusters, blade style. Blade thicknesses come back here, and the kick 0.10, 0.10, basically the same blade stock thickness. Now, overall blade length are the same, but you get slightly more cutting edge on the Rough Ryder because the ricasso, the kick here, is shorter than on the case. The Rough Ryder has a match strike nail nick, where the Rough Ryder has a match strike nail nick, where the case has a plain nail nick, which is a lot smaller. That's actually a nice nail nick on this. It's got a good ledge right there, lip to catch a nail on. I'd say the pull on this is about a 5 plus. Not bad at all. And you got the liner lock pushing against the side. You got the back spring. So it's got a pretty decent pull. Nice and smooth, always has been. There's no half stop on this. And it clicks in place, and like I said, it's a liner lock. Clicks right in. Locks up. Might have just a tiny, ever so slight side to side, but nothing up and down. So no lock rock on this. Locks up solid. And check out the liner lock. It's pretty big. Obviously there's no problem getting to it, but I cannot close this one-handed. You have to push that over, and then you have to overcome the back spring. So me, it's still a two-hand open, two-hand close type of knife. Obviously there's no clip on it, like most Sidebusters do not have a clip. So when I carry this, I carry it back pocket usually. I just drop this in my back pocket, and if I have my wallet or a hank or anything else in my back pocket, it stands upright. I can get it out easy. Same thing in the front pocket. It's long enough where it doesn't want to slide and fall down and lay flat in the bottom of your pocket. It'll be, a little crooked maybe, but it does not carry too bad. It's pretty heavy. I don't know the weight. I'll put the weight, if I remember, up on the screen. I'll weigh it. Does it weigh more than this? Definitely. Doesn't have that big long brass liner lock on it. Synthetic handles compared to bone. So yeah, this is a little heavier. What else about this? Did I even show tank stamps and all that? I don't know. Tank stamp, the back-to-back double R, Rough Ryder spelled with an I. On the back, model number is RR304, which, like I said, if I look that model number up, I cannot find this. I find one with a different model number, very similar. The only difference is from looking at the pictures, I can see the shield is different, tank stamp is different. The other one had the horseshoe tank stamp. I can't remember what model number it was, but RR304 China right below it. Then up here you got your 440 razor sharp steel. And I have to say, at first I wasn't sure about this big liner lock, but holding it back like this, I can still get a 4-finger grip. But a lot of times I find myself choking up onto the kick, and it's almost like having a forward finger choil. I'll use it this way quite often. It works out good for me. But yeah, that's the Rough Ryder work knife, RR304. I like it. It's one I need to carry more often. I haven't carried it in a little while. Now, this thing is kind of cool looking. And like I said, this is not mine, it belongs to my daughter. And I thought I'd show this one. Now, this thing comes with this leather sheath. I can't remember the price on this. I can't find this one either. But it was cheap. I believe it was actually on a flash sale at Smoky Mountain. So we got it cheaper even. But it comes with this leather sheath, which is pretty roughly done, but you know, it's not terrible. It's got a nice design on it. The stitching's okay, nice and neat all the way around. It's not varnished very good. It is a welded sheath. You can see the piece right there and the piece right there. That's not all that great, but it's okay. Like I said, the stitching's nice and neat around here. Pocket loop here, or the pocket loop, the belt loop, combining pocket clip and belt loop. So this is a pocket loop, but the belt loop is kind of wonky. It's kind of crooked from the looks of it. Stitching down here is not quite as nice. It's pretty short. You probably fit an 1.5-inch belt through there. No way can you fit a 2-inch belt, wide belt. And I think even 1.5 inches, it's going to be kind of tight. So that leaves a little bit to be desired. There's no retention strap or anything. So it just goes in. It's got decent retention. You could probably wet form it, make it a little better. I would not do any somersaults or cartwheels with it, because that would fly out. But yeah, comes with that sheath. Check this thing out. I think it's pretty wild looking. Bone, white bone here, black bone up here. You got this brass filed work spacer right there with some red underliner, which is kind of rough. Yeah, right there, just kind of flipped up a little piece. Just knocked that off. But cool design. Got brass pins, and they're pretty flush. They're in the bone nice. Got a brass lanyard tube right there, sizable one. And don't know the steel on this. You notice right there's the model number, RR2204 Pakistan. Now, you know, Pakistani knives, the quality and everything of them, I would far rather have a knife from China than Pakistan, but it's the first Pakistan Rough Ryder I've seen. I've had my hands on or even noticed. So there's that. Got Rough Ryder tang stamp. That has the Y. And this side, like I said, RR2204 Pakistan. No steel markings. And overall, it's a wicked design. Tanto blade. This part has a recurve to it. hollow ground here, flat ground up here. Fairly thick blade stock. Measure that. Not too awful thick, 0.14. And full tang, obviously, all the way around. Even down in here, so a solid knife. Just don't know the steel. But what I like about this one is this design. This is very similar to one of my favorite little EDC fixed blades, and that would be the Outdoor Edge Leduc. Now check it out. Pretty dang similar. Same handle design. This is almost a Tanto blade, but you got a belly here. It's not a point. And yeah, very similar. Now this one, the Leduc, I like. It's a full 4-finger grip, but 3 fingers fit right in there. My fat fingers fit perfectly. My pinky comes around that part. And when I'm thinking of it, it's called the Leduc because it looks like a duck head. But very comfortable in hand, very easy to use. Nice grip on this thing. It's not going to come out of your hand because you're locked in. Very cool. I love this little knife. And this one is 8CR, 14 MOV. Obviously a lot smaller. But this is the same concept, except for I get my whole hand in there, all 4 fingers. Like I said, locked in. It's not going to slide out of your hand one way or the other. And you could actually go way back on it. Get a nice grip on there in case you have to reach a little further. But yeah, I like the design of this. I like the handle shape. The Leduc, well, had this before, and I thought that's a cool handle shape. And then I found out about the Leduc, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I've seen that handle shape before, and yeah, I have to say I like the Leduc. But this thing, I don't know how heavy this is. Again, I'll weigh it. I'll put it up on the screen. It's a hefty little knife. And I say little, and overall length is about 8 1/16, a little over 8 inches. The grip area from here to here is pretty substantial. That is about 3.5, almost, just under 3.5 inches. Blade length, about 3 1/4, and it's about 3 1/4 cutting edge also, and you got that part. So, good sized knife. It's not bad. If it had a different sheath, if the sheath hung a little bit lower and it had a retention strap here, that'd be pretty cool. But as it is, yeah, it's not that stable in there. If you had to run with this thing on your belt, that thing would wobble all over, probably fly out eventually. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thought 2 knives I thought I'd show you. I think this one is pretty cool, and this one is definitely pretty cool looking. And I guess that'll do it for this video. Make sure to check out Knife Delights and Brian's Knives. They came up with these 2 awesome open tags, and I guess that's it. Do the usual like, comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. And until the next video, bye.